Hello, everyone. Jim Berenger here, NHLRumors.com. Please click the subscribe button. Give the video a like. We're talking about the St. Louis Blues and the Anaheim Ducks. The Blues and Ducks made a trade over the weekend. Cam Fowler goes to St. Louis for a prospect and a pick. And look, we knew the Anaheim Ducks were going to be making some trades. We already saw that about a little over a week ago. They acquired Jacob Trouba. Then everybody scratches their head and says, what's Pat Verbeek doing? Well, Pat Verbeek thinks his team can compete and play meaningful games later on in the year. And they wanted to add a veteran presence in the summer. Jacob Trouba was a guy that they looked into. But as I reported for RG Media, talking with some people, they tried to get him, but he didn't want to waive his no-trade clause. He didn't want to waive his no-trade clause in the summer because he wanted to be in New York with his wife because she was doing her residency. Now, with the Rangers struggling, he waives it. He goes to Anaheim. It's a good fit. There's Radko Gudas there as well. But you got to say, what's the direction of this team for Anaheim? What are they doing? Because they're reshaping the roster. Coming into the season, Cam Fowler, you go back to the NHL draft in 2024 in Vegas, and even the offseason before heading into the 23-24 season, Cam Fowler's name was out there. They're just unloading to look money, salary cap. They want to reshape this team. They want to rebuild this team. They want to get the right players in there. That's what Pat Verbeek's doing. But the problem is does the coach fit the players? Craig Cronin's name is out there. Like, he could be a guy that's on the hot seat. Look, we know Trevor Zegras really doesn't have a great relationship with the general manager. But he was starting to turn it on before his torn meniscus. But he was a name that was out there as well. Trevor Zegras, could he have moved on? Where could he have gone? And Cam Fowler, again, a guy, $6.5 million, UFA at the end of the year, was going to get moved no matter what. It just came now in December after they acquired Trouba, and that's what made Fowler expendable. The Trouba acquisition, they bring on $8 million. They had 2 retention spots left, so they're going to eat 38.5% of Fowler's salary, $2.5 million. The Blues will take on the $4 million. And from the Blues perspective, it's a good ad, right? Fowler has definitely slowed down a bit. He's not the defenseman he used to be for the Anaheim Ducks when they drafted him 12th overall in 2010, but he's still a good puck-moving defenseman. He can eat a lot of minutes. And with the injuries to Torrey Krug, who's out for the rest of the year with that ankle surgery, Nick Leddy day-to-day, but Doug Armstrong says he doesn't know when he's coming back. You have to add a defenseman, and the Blues think they're in a playoff spot. There's a reason why they fired Drew Bannister to move in with Jim Montgomery. A, they wanted him since last year when the Bruins probably could have gotten eliminated in the first round by the Toronto Maple Leafs. But B, if the team thinks they can get to the playoffs, Monty was the guy. They've turned it around. The coach bump is there, 5-2 in the last 7 games. And you look at it and you say, okay, they're playing well. They're moving the puck. Right, Fowler's just going to be there. He's going to be a top 4 guy. Philip Broberg's played really well. And again, Doug Armstrong, that's one of those savvy ads in the summer with the offer sheet for Broberg, for Dylan Holloway, guys like that. That's why St. Louis has been successful. Those young guys are adding to the lineup. They're contributing to the lineup, and they're playing well, especially since Monty's got there. Both guys have really stepped up their game. But you need other players to step up, and you need other guys in there. You need veterans, especially if you think you're going to make the playoffs. Tough Central right now. Winnipeg, Minnesota, Colorado. You got Dallas as well, and especially what Colorado did with their goaltending. And St. Louis' goaltending is just as good, if not better, with Joe Holford and Jordan Binnington. So, again, teams reshaping the rosters, not to mention St. Louis has a player, Brandon Saad, offensive ability, healthy scratch on Saturday, returns to the lineup on Sunday. His name is being out there now. He's looking to request a trade, according to Elliot Freeman of Sportsman. Look, he's got some modified no-trade protection. It's going to be interesting to see if Doug Armstrong can value and get value for him, because if teams don't want to give up a lot of assets for Saad, he might have to stick it out the rest of the year, and that's a trade that they make in the summer. But again, you look at what St. Louis is and who they are and where they are in the standings. They move outside. It's a retool on the fly, similar to what Washington Capitals are doing, how they did things. But if they try to tear it all down, are they really making the playoffs this year? Or is that a future move to set up for next season? Feels like Saad's a future move. But again, Fowler's there, UFA. Do they re-sign him? Again, the future of Torrey Krug, we really don't know what he's going to be like coming off the ankle surgery. So St. Louis reshaping that roster, trying to get younger, but also getting the talent in there to sustain success since they won the Cup in 2019 on that miracle run with Binnington between the pipes. As far as Anaheim goes, again, does anybody really know what Pat Verbeek's thinking or doing out there? We know Robbie Fabry's going to be out there. We know Frank Vatrano is going to be out there. We know John Gibson's name is out there. The $6.5 million, couple years left. Does he really go to Carolina? It's a good fit, but does it make sense for Carolina to give up the assets? And does he want to go? He seems to be open to it now. So, again, names are going to be continuing to come out both sides. The holiday trade freeze is coming up. We're getting close to Christmas time. But the Ducks and Blues are two teams that reshaping their rosters for the future. One is rebuilding. The other is retooling. It's going to be interesting to see what these two teams do. But neither team is done from my suspicions and the people I talk to. It's going to be interesting to see coming out of the holiday freeze what they do. Maybe they get something done even before the holiday freeze. Highly unlikely, but you never know with the National Hockey League and how general managers are working, because the trade winds are returning, they're percolating, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Jim Berenger, NHLRumors.com. Click the subscribe button. Give us video a thumbs up. Take care, and we'll be back again real soon.